Do you have some Walper wisdom for us today?
Shit. I don't even know what it is. That's the problem. Talk about the weather. Who wants to talk about the weather? You talk about the weather when you have nothing else to talk about. Well, it's spring. The flowers are out. The old people have come out of their houses and they're out on the boardwalk.
And what about the young ones?
The young ones are always out a bit. Welcome back. This is Conversations with Kirk, and this week I'm answering questions to give you an update on what I've been up to and what I have coming for the summer.
There's some exciting news.
Is there?
Someone's coming home.
Yes, Lexi's coming back from Texas on Wednesday, so that's exciting. Be nice to have her home for the summer.
So let's talk about the audition.
Yeah.
What did you audition for?
Well, I had to send all right, so yeah, I got selected to go. I'm going down to St. Louis, Missouri down the end of June. I got selected through the operator standard to go to their event, this is a founders event or for people who first started out using the app. Like in the beta group, I'm in the first 30,000 users of the app. So I'm in that group, and they'd asked for anybody to submit a testimonial, talk about how the app has helped you, how you've grown in your life, things that are working, challenges that you're having, seeing. Anyways, talking about progression. I had to submit a video testimonial, 5 minutes, and that was reviewed, and the winners those selected would get to go to this event down in St. Louis with Andy Frisella and his crew, and actually they're going to be unveiling a bunch of new features of the operator standard program.
That's awesome. Are you going to get to meet Andy Frisella?
I would think so. I'm going to make sure that I do. Yeah, he'll be there, so I'll make a point of meeting him. Yeah, 2,000 people won't be too big of a group. So
Yeah, get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so far, the Arcane and your coach, it's made a difference in your life?
Yeah, like the way this operator standard works as far as, I call it moving the needle, like doing things that have impact that move towards your goals. So every day setting these 5 critical tasks, completing those tasks, moving forward. It really shines a light on what we think we're doing versus what's actually getting done. Because if the tasks don't get done, they don't get checked off. And so it's made me very aware, super aware of how I previously thought I was doing many things that would have moved the needle, but this makes it completely obvious. And if you don't complete your tasks, you don't get the points, and you have to start back over at 0.
And so speaking of goals, let's jump into your chairman's goal. Where are we at with your real estate goals?
Yeah, well, I'm progressing. I'm on my way. So within the real estate world with LePage, the Chairman's Club and that goal, you don't know ultimately what the threshold is to achieve chairman's, because every year it's different. What they do is there's 22,000 agents with LePage. Chairman's is the top 1%. So they just take the highest production, which is in terms of gross closed commissions, the top 220 agents. And wherever number 220 is, that's the bottom threshold. And so it changes from year to year, so you don't know. I have an idea of year to year roughly where it is. So in order for me to achieve it this year, I'm borderline whether I'll be there. I'm on track for my goal that I want to hit for this year. And so we'll see.
Great. And what do you think it takes to achieve a big goal like that? Like, what are you doing to achieve this goal?
Yeah, so achieving big goals, and obviously it's a work in progress for me, but it's working with the operator standard and just being around other people that are actually high achievers in the like actually doing things, not just talking about. So a lot of people write books or they're doing podcasts and whatnot, and they're talking about doing stuff, but it's completely different to actually be doing it. And I would say in order to be highly productive and actually achieving a result to move forward, you need to have self-accountability and actually be doing the work and measure it, track it and measure it. That for me has made all the difference.
And do you feel that it's like monumental big tasks that are making the difference, or is it consistent?
Oh, it's consistency. It's little things that compound. Yeah. Doing the same things over and over and not losing. For me, when it's hard right now for me to even really want to take a day off, because I know that momentum that I've built, it keeps going, and in a positive way. And so taking time off or leaving can really slow that down. And just to give an example, when we went down to Georgia a few weeks ago, and I was in the app and I was talking about maybe not going and questioning whether I should go or not. And so Arcane, the coach within the operator standard, which is an AI coach, made a very solid point. And it just said, hey, if you front load your business before you leave, you'll have momentum going right through and be able to pick that up. And what a lot of people will do before they leave is they'll actually back off. So the 3 days before they would leave for a trip, they would actually do less so that they're not busy when they're away. And then what happens is they not only are away that time and not focused on work, but they also lose those 3 or 4 days before they leave. And then it takes them 2 or 3 or 4 days to get back into the swing of things when they're back. So when Arcane made the suggestion of do the work, contact twice as many people as you normally would for those 3 days prior, I had momentum while I was away, worked through it, came back and didn't miss a beat. So things like that can make a big difference.
Great. So speaking of real estate, what's new in the real estate market right now? Is there any changes? Is it a buyer-seller market? Where are we at?
Well, we're in a balance for Parksville-Qualicum Beach. We're in a balanced market. There's a couple segments that are a little bit different where it's maybe leaning more towards the seller's market and the buyers. But in general, we're in a buyer's market. Prices are not going up. There's this expectation from sellers that prices always go up and we always want to ask more than we would have got last year. And that's just not the reality of where market is right now. And I think sellers are starting to come around to it because literally this will be the 5th year since prices were going up. And so it's hard for sellers to accept that. And I mean, buyers have that because they're not wanting to pay higher prices. And it's all about supply and demand. So we have, as far as supply goes, we're at 550 active listings, which is 5% higher than a year ago, but it's also fewer listings than we had in 2024. So it's not a high inventory market. Sales are down by about 5% compared to last year. It's a balanced market. It's an okay market. You can sell, you can be a seller. There's buyers that are buying, there's sellers that are selling. You just have to be in alignment.
So right now in this market, what does it take to have successful deals come together? Are deals happening? Are you having to do anything different?
Yeah, when the market's like this, it's a lot more important as a seller to do the prep work for your property. If you want to push the price, you want to get that higher price, you have to stand out, because what a lot of people don't realize is they're not competing with all the houses that are for sale. They're competing with the 1 or 2 houses that are going to sell over the next 30 days. So if you're not number 1, 2, or 3 in the running, if buyers were out looking at a selection of homes that you're just comparing with, if you're not in those top 3, you're not going to sell. And you're not going to sell in that 30-day period. So it's super important. When we're in a seller's market and everything is selling, it's super forgiving to a seller. Your house doesn't have to be perfect. You can have unfinished projects. There's, like I say, it's very forgiving. This market is not forgiving. Buyers are looking at every deficiency and they're using those as reasons to want to pay less. And so doing the work early, being prepared prior to going on the market makes all the difference right now.
Okay, let's switch things up a bit and have some fun in a game of Would You Rather.
Would I rather?
Okay, would you rather be at the lake all summer with no phone, or be super busy with business success off the hook but no vacation time?
Well, I'd rather do the work than be at the lake and bored.
Is this the summer that we have ahead of us?
No, I'll get away. I'll get away to the lake. But I think that in order to enjoy the time away, I need to be productive at my work, because that's what it's like giving, I guess it's fulfilling and getting self-satisfaction from being productive.
Would you rather have 1 massive luxury waterfront sale or 10 smooth, easy deals with no stress?
Well, yeah, 10 smooth, easy sales with no stress. Yeah, I'll take that, but that doesn't exist. So,
would you rather golf every Friday afternoon this summer or hit Chairman's Club early?
Oh, well, I think part of probably hitting Chairman's Club early is out golfing. I mean, I'm making connections on the golf course, being around people. So I don't look at, even clubs that I'm a part of or being on boards, I'm out making connections with people. So going out, golfing, being around people, that's actually fueling me towards my goal. If I was just sitting at home alone by myself all the time or out in solitude, I don't need that amount of self-reflection alone. But if I'm out and around people, I feel like that's moving me towards. So I think I can do the golf and also reach my goals.
Great. Would you rather have perfect weather on your days off or never deal with summer traffic again?
I mean, I feel pretty fortunate living in Parksville. I don't really have to deal with summer traffic. It's literally a 3-minute drive from my house to the office, and there is no traffic on the way. But summer traffic doesn't frustrate me. You said ideal weather or
no summer traffic.
I don't know. That's it. Yeah, the weather, it's nice when it's nice out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why I live in Parksville. It's nice out a lot.
Okay. Would you rather give up coffee for the summer or give up air conditioning?
Oh, I'd keep the air conditioning. I could give up coffee. I'd want the air conditioning. When it's hot out. When it's not hot out, I don't care, but I don't need to be cold. But at the same time, I sleep better when it's cool. Yeah, I like the air conditioning.
Okay. Would you rather own a yacht docked at Schooner Cove or own a lakefront cabin within an hour's drive of here?
Oh, I'd take the lakefront cabin. Yeah. I don't see, like, owning a yacht for me. I might go on a yacht trip or like charter a yacht, somebody else's yacht. I don't want to pay for the maintenance.
All right. Would you rather know exactly what the market will do over the next 12 months with a crystal ball or know where your next 25 deals are coming from?
Well, the market's going to do what it's going to do. Knowing where my deals are going to come from, I'd take that all day long because that's money in the bank.
Do you have some Walper wisdom for us today?
Oh, shit.
Something related to what we've talked about today?
Yeah, okay. My Walper wisdom for today really goes back to the difference between thinking that you're being productive and doing these things and the lies that we actually tell ourselves in our mind versus actually tracking and then having to check off your list. So my wisdom is actually take into account what it is that you're actually doing, and you might be amazed at what you're not actually doing compared to what you think you are. Thanks again for watching. Always appreciate it. You've got the update on what I've got going on, what I've got coming up, and thanks again for watching.